What's up, y'all? So, somebody asked me a really good question in the comments the other day. They basically asked if we are always manifesting and manifestation is instant, then why do we need techniques? Why do we use techniques? Isn't deciding just enough? And I've heard this, I've read this so many times, like, seeing it come up or, people responding to other comments like, you don't have to do techniques. All you have to do is decide, just decide, and it's done. And while that is very much true, in this video, I basically want to answer that question and give you some clarity on it and just explain the difference between using a manifestation technique and just deciding. Because yes, you're always manifesting. Yes, manifestation is instant. And yes, your state of being is what manifests, not your techniques. So I've said this before, techniques are not the thing that manifest. It is your identity that is manifesting. It is your awareness that is manifesting. It's not the technique. The technique is just a tool to help you. And again, that's what I'm going to kind of explain in this video for you to help make it make a little bit more sense. But your technique does not manifest. It's you. What you're deciding on, who you're identifying as, what you're aware of, what you're constantly repeating to yourself, that is what manifests for you. So you can look at it this way. Techniques are not helpers of manifestation. Techniques are not the thing that is manifesting for you. Techniques are a tool to help you manifest your desire, okay? Techniques are meant to interrupt your autopilot thinking. So if you are constantly thinking negatively, a technique like affirming is meant to interrupt that autopilot thinking. It's meant to help you break that habit of constantly repeating the same thing over and over naturally. So just think about it. Think about something that you complain about in your daily life, right? And you're constantly complaining about it. That is on autopilot. You're always constantly complaining and you keep experiencing the same thing because you keep complaining about it. Your complaints are affirmations, just so you know. It's just you affirming. You're just affirming about something that's not in your favor. So the reason why now, let me just give you an example. Say you're complaining about your SP and your SP is not contacting you. They're not calling you enough. They're not texting you enough. They're not showing you attention. And you keep complaining about that. And therefore you keep experiencing that. You're basically manifesting that version of reality. You're manifesting that version of your SP. So if you could interrupt that autopilot thinking and change the course of your thoughts and dominantly think a different assumption and identify as a new version of yourself, then your SP has to show up in a different way. So that's where the technique comes in. You use the technique to interrupt that autopilot thinking. So now you tell yourself, okay, I'm going to purposely think. I am going to affirm that my SP is so in love with me and they're constantly calling me. So now that I am going to interrupt that train of thought that I used to think, I'm going to start thinking this new thought and I'm going to actively think this new thought and I'm going to affirm this new thought or I'm going to script it. I'm going to meditate on it. And I'm going to show up for myself and do this every single day because I have decided that I am now that version of myself. I have decided that that is the version of reality that I choose to experience. So now you show up for yourself every day using that technique of affirming, purposely thinking a specific thought, and then what happens? Your SP changes. They show up as a different version of themselves. Now they're calling you all the time. Now they want to spend more time with you. Now they want to be around you. But it's all up to you. And this formula applies for any single thing that you want to manifest. Just understand that the technique, for one, is just meant to break that habitual thinking, break that autopilot thinking that you've been doing. So it's helping you to redirect your attention and to stabilize in a new assumption, because the only way that you got stabilized in the identity that you're in right now was through repetition, through repeating the same thought over and over, through hearing somebody repeat the same thought over and over. You just absorb that information. I really believe that we are like sponges. So for me personally, I am mindful of the type of content that I look at or music that I listen to. And I don't filter everything. But, if there's something that I don't agree with, I just make it a point to remind myself that doesn't exist for me in my reality. You know what I mean? So it's not a thing to be afraid of your reality, run from it, be scared of it. No. But I feel like we can be aware of so many things, and those things play out in our reality. We got stabilized in these identities because of all this stuff that's around us, right? We have certain beliefs that are not even our own because we're stabilized in that identity based off of somebody else. Through repetition, that's the key here. Repetition is the whole reason why we have the identities we have right now, right? So use repetition to stabilize in a new identity, right? Some people have mastered the art of deciding and it's done, right? They have mastered the art of all I have to do is make this decision and that's what it is. It's solid, it's firm. And there are probably things in your reality that you can make a decision on, decide on it, and it's done because you have no wavering thoughts. It is normal, it is neutral, it is natural for you, and there's no opposing thought. You can say, I know so and so is going to call me because they do every single day. Or I know that I'm going to get good grades on my test because I always get good grades. Or I know whatever video I post is going to go viral. You hold that identity because it was a repeated thought. Then you had physical evidence of it in your reality. Now it is a believed perception. It is a believed identity that you hold. And it is now an expectation. You have this subtle expectation for things to be that way for you. So again, to stabilize in a new identity, if you become aware that there are identities that you hold in your reality that you do not like, to stabilize in a new identity, repetition is required, in my opinion, unless you have become that version of yourself and identify as that version of yourself who all you have to do is decide and it's done. Now, if you desire to not have to do techniques, right? Not have to repeat, not have to affirm, you want to skip all of that because you absolutely can, then your repetition and your focus needs to be, I can decide and it's done. All I have to do is make one decision and I manifest instantly, because that is also an identity. If you are affirming something or if you decide that you want to manifest something and it doesn't pop up instantly in your reality, you have not identified as the version of yourself who manifests that thing instantly, who can manifest instantly, who can experience things instantly. Because yes, we're always manifesting at every given point of the day. Like we're always manifesting. It is a natural thing to us. It is not something that we can turn off and just not do anymore. It's a part of us. It is a natural part of our being. But we have lived unconsciously to that truth for so long. We believe these false illusions in our reality. We believe certain things are possible for us and we believe that other things are impossible for us. And to bypass that, we have to make it natural for us. We have to repeat it and revisit it because repetition is how we got to everything. So because of all of this conditioning, yes, making one decision is more than enough. That's all you have to do. But the nervous system may still default, okay? So you can say, I have $1 million in the bank account. Because you decide that reality now exists, it is instant, it is an actual thing. But do you have all these other opposing beliefs and experiences and, contradictions to the fact that you have $1 million in your bank account? Because if you do, you're going to know that you do because the $1 million isn't in your bank account. So you use your technique as a training wheel to revisit it, right? I know I have $1 million in my bank account. You check your bank account. If you don't see $1 million, you still tell yourself that you have $1 million in your bank account, right? Because your subconscious, again, we know this, doesn't have eyes. It can't see. It only knows what you tell it. It only knows what you give it. So once you make a decision, it's done. But anytime a thought comes back up pertaining to that decision that you made, your thoughts must always be in alignment. And I think that is a very important thing to remember, or it is an important thing that stands out here. Because a lot of times we can make a decision on something that we're going to manifest, something that we desire to experience, something that we want. And then the moment something else pops up in our reality or goes left, our thoughts go right back to how we don't have this thing. We're trying to get it. It's hard, blah, blah, blah. And now you exit that state of being where you had that thing and you re-enter the state of being of not having that thing. And because that state of being is more natural to you, that is the state of being that you experience in your reality. So when you're able to make a decision and stick to that decision and not waver on it, not contradict it, not think against it. Anytime something comes up, you could have your reality looking 1,000% different than what you just decided on. But if you can keep your thoughts aligned to that decision, like, no, I know what I said. No, this is how it's going to be. No, I said it and it's done. That's where you experience the change because you're identifying as that version of yourself. Think about it this way. You can decide to go to the gym, but do you hold it versus making it a habit to actually go to the gym every single day? So some people decide to go to the gym and it's just a decision and they never go and they never experience it, versus you make a habit of actually going to the gym and you purposely, consistently show up going to the gym. Now you have become a gym person, right? Now you have become that workout person that you desire to be. You have created that routine. It is natural for you. It is a natural part of your day because you consistently got up and showed up for yourself and went to the gym. You can decide to go to the gym and it's just a decision and then you never get up and go, right? So you never get to experience that reality. Or you can decide and then you can show up for yourself and continue to show up for yourself, and then being a gym person, incorporating it into your daily routine becomes a natural thing for you, right? And that's the same thing with affirmations and with manifesting. You can decide something, but if you don't experience it, if that decision doesn't pop up in your reality, then show up for yourself. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt to think in your favor. We're thinking all day long anyway. It doesn't hurt to repeat your affirmations. It doesn't hurt to visualize. Right? It doesn't hurt to use the techniques that you like because they're working in your benefit. And before you know it, now it's a natural part of you. It is a natural part of your daily routine. Becomes an expectation for you because whatever that thing is that you're manifesting is now in your reality. The key here is don't slip out of the state of being of having it. Don't slip out of the identity of having it. Because if you don't have what you want, those are the two most common factors. You slipped out of the identity, you allowed wavering and contradicting to take over, and you just didn't continue to repeat and show up for yourself. Yes, again, you can make a decision and it's done. But if you have not identified as that version of yourself, then sometimes the decision just isn't enough. It just is what it is. And I don't say that to limit anybody. And if that message doesn't resonate with you, it's totally fine. That just means this message is not for you, right? This message is for somebody though. Just show up for yourself. Repeat that affirmation. There are things that I have stated one time and they absolutely have manifested, and some of it took a while for it to manifest. And then there are things that I repeatedly show up for myself for and repeat and focus on and actively think about. And those things show up much faster for me. So I just want to tell you what I feel like are the best times or the best reasons why somebody would want to use techniques versus just using the deciding and it's done method. So if your self-concept is contradicting your desire, if you keep questioning and wondering why it's not manifesting for you, and maybe it's too hard for you to manifest, then using a technique is absolutely going to help you because it's going to help you to show up for yourself more. It's going to help you to think about your desire more, and it's going to help you to identify as that version of having it, which change your self concept. If you don't believe that you can manifest, or if you believe that certain things are hard for you to manifest, then a technique is absolutely going to get you over that hump of thinking that and into the thinking pattern of, oh no, I can manifest this. This is so easy for me to manifest. If you're somebody that's newly aware of manifesting, and not to say that you're new to manifesting and you're a beginner. No, you're new to the fact that you are actually a conscious creator. You are now a conscious being and you can have anything that you want. Techniques are absolutely going to be your best friend because you could be all over the place. You could be like, oh my gosh, I can do this and that, but how do I get it? And then spring so many questions. Use the techniques to be the driver, the car, to the state of being that you want to be, to the reality that you want to be in. And then also when you want to detach from old identity patterns, you want to detach from an old identity of being broke or not being loved or not getting good grades or not having the career you want. A technique is going to absolutely help you to change that identity. Like, techniques are not the bad guy. They're just a helpful tool. It helps you to be in that awareness that you want to be in. If, you are an overthinker, if you are constantly complaining, wavering, doubting, if you are in that type of state of being, then a technique is absolutely going to help you. If you are a person who has more control of the complaints and the wavering and the contradicting, then then the decision, deciding it's done and experiencing it is going to be the best method for you, because you don't have to control all of these opposing thoughts that you're having, right? And I'm not saying you can't manifest when you have all of that stuff going on, because you absolutely can. Remember, we live in an infinite universe. Infinite realities exist, infinite versions of you exist. So there is still a reality where you complained, wavered, doubted, and you still got your desire. Does it come as fast as you may want it? That's up to you. You make the rules. It is your reality, right? I'm just here to kind of help you and assist you in places where it may be difficult. So at the end of the day, techniques are just helpful tools for you, right? Decision is more than enough. Yes. But techniques help you. Techniques help you to change that state of being. Techniques are, again, like those training wheels to get you on that right track. If techniques don't resonate with you, if it feels heavy for you, then absolutely drop it, because that's not something that you want to do. Anything that feels heavy, let it go, release it, right? But at the end of the day, awareness is everything, because what you are aware of is what you're experiencing, right? True mastery of your experience is being able to just decide, being able to just be neutral, natural, normal to things, right? True mastery is knowing who you are and knowing that you're the source. You are the creator of your entire experience. So until you reach that identity, you can identify as that version of yourself right now. But continue to show up for yourself. The techniques are to help you show up for yourself. It's to build that habit of naturally waking up as that person, naturally thinking as that person, naturally experiencing life as that version of yourself. So to end this video, I just want you to think about it this way, okay? As far as techniques go, we all know that we are source. We all know that we are the creator of our reality. If it resonates, you can absolutely identify as God, as the God of your reality, because we are, in my opinion, God in human form. Techniques don't help God, okay? God doesn't need a technique. God doesn't need something to help, right? God, being the source, being the creator, right? Identifying as that version of yourself, because technically that's who you are, doesn't require a technique. But because we are God in human form, the technique helps to quiet the human mind of blabbling the opposite. The technique helps to calm the human mind. The technique helps to normalize the human mind in the reality, in the desire of having that manifestation, okay? So think about the technique that way. As God, no, you don't need a technique. You can decide and it's done, period. Point blank. But until you've identified as that version of yourself, until you can assume that identity, just look at a technique as helping the human version of you, okay? Helping the human part of you, the human mind. Also can be referred to as the ego. Like, it's just helping that part of you silence all the blabber, all of the past stuff and what's not possible and what you can't do and blah, blah, blah. Techniques are just to silence that, okay? So, do you need a technique or do you not? The choice is yours. It is not for me to make for you. It is only up to you. If you want to use techniques, you absolutely can, because they're not harmful. They only benefit you. And if you only want to decide and it be done, you can absolutely do that too. They both work. They both are powerful. And it's up to you to decide which one you want. So, for the person that left that comment, thank you so much, because when I read it, I was like, oh my gosh, I have to talk about this. I had a completely different video that I was going to record, which it's about placebos and resistance. That video is coming. I know you can leave the comments about wanting the video. I promise it's coming. But this one just resonated. I was like, oh, I have to record this. So I intended this video helped you all in some type of way. As always, if you have any questions or comments for me, please leave them down below. If you're interested in any type of assistance with your manifestations, which is not something you need, but I do offer group coaching, and I also just added back coaching. I do have 15-minute audio coaching calls that I am offering now. All that information is down below if you need it. Again, if you watch this video until the end, thank you so much, and I will see y'all in the next video.